Hey guys, this is Kirov speaking, and today we are not going to play Cycling Manager or some other things, but rather a curious little game. It is called Good Robot, and it is a sad, sad story. It is a very solid game, and if I say that, you probably already know what that means. There's like nothing, there's a sentiment of there's nothing special to it. And while that certainly to some degree is the case with this game, it is very well made. It is bug-free, it plays well, it flows well, it has an art style which is consistent, and it just completely flew under the radar of people. And that is mainly because, or at least that is my guess, it is because it had one of the worst timed releases in gaming history, or like on an indie game history, you could say. It was released on the same exact date as Enter the Gungeon, and it is the exact same type of game. It is a 2D shooter game where you dodge bullets and deal plenty of them yourself and try to get to the end of the various levels and stuff. So, what happened to this one? As you can see with these stats here, which I've pulled out from Steam Spy and Steam Charts, Enter the Gungeon, released on the 5th of April, sold a total of around-ish 340,000 copies, which is amazing, and it is a beautiful game from what I've seen. I don't own it myself, but I've seen a few Let's Plays of it, and it looks brilliant. It is a little bit more of a bullet hell shooter, and a Good Robot sold, in comparison to that, released on the exact same day, it sold basically 2,500 copies. The difference in quality between those games definitely isn't that large. Good Robot is not 100 times or more, 150 times worse than Enter the Gungeon. No, definitely isn't. And yeah, there haven't been many players either. And well, I thought I'd show it to you. Maybe some of you like this stuff. Also, it basically gives a really cool basis for discussion of game mechanics and why a game becomes successful or not. Because we have a really solid basis here, as you're going to see. Anyway, let's take a look at the leaderboards, and yes. Kirrob is ranked 18th on the global leaderboards. I thought I sucked at games, but obviously this game tells me that I'm not that bad. But then again, there are not very many players here, so take this with a big bucket of salt, I would say. Anyway, so what is this game about? Let's get into it and see what happens. Yes, we want to start a new game. We are a good little robot, and we control our character with WASD, and there are plenty of hats. And the first hat is free. And hats don't make your game stand out. That is so TF2, it's not even funny. So, propeller beanie, yay! But what a hat does is to shield you from the first hit you receive. And there we have the first few enemies. And you see fluid motion and everything. It's looking good too. I mean, there's nothing bad to it. So here we have a weapon drop. Oh wait, that was an enemy? No. Okay. Here we have a weapon drop. It gives us the plasma cannon. Boom. That's a secondary weapon. There are both primary and secondary weapons. And here we have the argon blaster. That's a primary weapon. And the argon blaster, how large is this range? It is basically as far as we can see here. It is a better weapon than the spark plug blaster, it seems. And you see, weapons have a bit of recoil. The secondary weapon doesn't fire as quickly as the primary weapon usually, and has, this one has an area of effect. Some weapons can harm yourself, the primary weapons usually don't. There are weapons that bounce off walls and are in general just pretty cool to use. Let's slay these enemies while dodging bullets. That was a bad miss. And yeah, so primary and secondary weapons, you have a little bit of recoil, and especially the higher tier weapons you get later on have sometimes a little bit of an extra mechanic to it that you want to, in order to accelerate, you can just fire your weapon backwards to get out of dodge really quickly. That definitely should be used. Boom! There you go. Also, you see, we are collecting these little stars. That is money. And money you need to buy upgrades. The upgrade system is very basic, but it does what it is supposed to. And that is a, yeah, probably a feature which we're going to talk a little bit about. That is... well, I hate to use that, but it feels like a little bit too simplistic and wasted potential with this game, because the setting of the game lends itself perfectly to creativity. And, like I said, we're going to return to this. So, special offers. This is an upgrade station, and we collected $1,000, and we could buy an upgrade. And if you get in and out of this, you see this miscellaneous item, which is the 6th item, changes until there are none left, until you have bought them all. So you can get whatever you like right at the start if you are patient enough. And no, what? Oh, now it doesn't change. It changes once, it seems. Anyway, so they are upgrades, and the first upgrade costs $1,000. And attack power, definitely useful, just strengthens your shots. Rate of fire, self-explanatory. Movement speed is self-explanatory. Vision radius is a little bit more meta, so if you have weapons which fire over a long distance, vision radius helps you. Also, of course, the more you see, the less you get hit. Shields, very interesting gameplay mechanic. Those are basically either hit points or healing packs, depending on what your status is. And I usually use them or misuse them as healing packs instead of what they are just intended to be, and that is more HP. Rate of fire, yeah, that sounds good to start off with, so let's buy that one and have $33 left. So, at the end of each level you see various gates, and we are currently in the prologue of the game, which consists of several levels strung together. This is one larger enemy dude, and otherwise a few small ones. This is a night level, normal enemy capacity, 3 dudes there. And here we have plenty of little guys, and let's do the plenty of little guys. So, start of the level, we again have this station here. We don't need another invincibility hat, although we could buy one. As you can see, we have a selection of a few, and they cost different amounts. There's nothing really to them. It's like, yeah, you absorb one hit and the hat falls off. They could have made this a little bit more interesting. So, as you can see, we don't see that much. We don't have vision radius increase, so if you are playing smart, you are definitely going to... What? You can shoot rockets out of the air too, which is handy. Oh, there are plenty of goods coming out there. We shall crush them with our AoE. That should be a lot of money. Yes. So there's a little bit of risk-reward going on with the level selection, at least. Some levels are more dangerous and more difficult than others. And yeah, that's the standard stuff. You don't have to do all of the levels. And sometimes you can choose to do a boss level earlier or later. And that is pretty interesting. That adds a little bit to the game, but optimal play will always be, unless you're doing speedruns of course, to do as many levels as possible in order to get the most upgrades. And one thing I will say about the movement system, probably a thing which makes me be not quite as bad as I usually am at games with this one, is that I move a little bit erratically, as you can see here. Like, I do a lot of WASD spamming stuff just to move a little bit from side to side. And the enemies are aiming towards your point of projection. So if you move in a straight line, the enemy will shoot in front of you, lead their shots, and you will get hit. But if you move a little bit like this, they basically have nothing to aim at. So that's maybe a key to success here. These first levels are reasonably small. We don't have the money to buy another upgrade apart from Vision Radius, and I think we are going to do that because Vision Radius is really helpful. So there we go. Here we have 2 levels, a beginner boss level and an extra money level. And that has specific little crates, and they come out to have both enemies sometimes and money in them, and we definitely want money. You see here? Boom! So we shoot with our primary and then just link up a shot with our secondary so that anyone who's coming out of that in a bunch will get annihilated. Like these guys. So, easy peasy. These factories on the side are robot factories, and they spit out robots in specific situations. Let's see if that one wants to do that. Just wants to die? Yeah, just wants to die. Come on, spit out your stuff. You don't want to? Alright. Let's then just kill those. As you can see, there is not that many bullets in the air, and I think Enter the Gungeon has quite a few more of these flying around at all times. Even in the starting levels, it seemed to be rather busy, and you can get surprised by those things. So a little bit of carefulness is good to have around these. I don't like when they're up. Currently, we have really low firepower. Hello there. Got you. No one here, no one here. Well, that's dangerous. Sometimes they come out right when you fly past them. Not recommended to be close to them. Well, there's some bullets flying. 2 guys. Yeah, gotcha. Yes, so this looks like the end of the level. Yep, so we are going back to just collect all the money there is. So we have currently tier 1 weapons. Tier 1 weapons are pretty weak, as the name would suggest. And there are 4 tiers of weapons in the game. And most of them you will be picking up by either... Whoop! They came out of the factory. By either finding them by enemies who drop them. And that's not special enemies, but rather you have an occasional chance of getting, a low chance of getting those dropped from small enemies, and a heightened chance to have weapons. Oh, there, perfect example. Trash projector. That's a weapon. That's a primary weapon, which is really tough to handle, I find, because they fly in an arc and bounce around. So no, I don't really like that one. And let's go back to this one. Oop, you can see lots of enemies coming in here. Where are they? There they are. Whoop! Whoop, whoop, whoop. We almost got hit there. Yes, gotcha. Alright. Once every enemy is defeated out of the factories, they automatically deactivate, even if we haven't killed them. So, let's continue on here. There's nothing there. Let's fly over here. Was there anything more down here? No, we came from there. So, level done. Let's see. No upgrade available this time. These missions, I think the purple ones are night missions. That is a little tricky unless you have the enemy scanner, which always keeps you updated. As you can see here, we have vision radius. We wouldn't be able to see enemies over there, but at day we see enemies that are not directly in our vision radius too. And at night that is not the case. That is as if they were completely hidden out of sight. So here we have a health station, and that is buying a warranty, which is basically a life. Very important for later levels, but right now don't really need it. Shield repair is just restoring your HP. And you have a weapon shop here too. And we don't really need any of those yet. An unfortunate thing is that you don't get to try those out, and I think that is something they could have improved here. It is a big risk to buy any weapon here unless you exactly know what it does, because some of the weapons here are really strange and may not fit your playstyle at all. So let's try out another little dude level here before we move on to something special. I want to have the enemy scanner before we get into night levels. I always buy the enemy scanner really early. Also, what many Let's Players who I have seen play this game, oh well, many certainly didn't play this game. The few I've seen play this game didn't seem to know that you can fire both weapons at once. I usually, when I lock on an enemy, like lock on, not actually lock on, but when I focus on an enemy, focus fire an enemy, I hold down the left hand button and then press the right hand button, either spam it when I want to get as many secondaries out as possible, or I selectively fire those at different locations. You see, so far we haven't been hit at all, and that's not an achievement really, because this is still the prologue and pretty easy. But I think another thing which is why this game isn't becoming any popular is that the difficulty curve is pretty flat until like chapter 4 or something, where there comes a spike of you not knowing how to handle a certain thing, and then once you do, it's not that bad either. Let's see. Oh, primary weapon, iron repeater. That is a weapon I really like. On the other hand, we may have a chance of finding it too. And we may even find the higher level version of this one, a higher tier version right away. So let's get just going with the stuff we have. Also, we have a lot of money to spend. And we're slowly running out of choices here. Let's see. How many more levels are there before we have to end the prologue? Here we have our hat selection. We still don't need a hat because we are pretty diligent with firing at things before they fire at us. And dodge a few bullets here and there. Oh, there are plenty of guys in there. There are enemies coming a little later on, of course, which are much more of a challenge. They take more shots. They hide in terrain. And whoop, let's get you out of the way. Those are really not a challenge. Ah, there's another weapon. Let's see what that is. That is the HE grenade launcher. I really don't like that because it has friendly fire. So you fuck up and strafe around a corner and fire this one a tiny bit too early. And you are dead because you're in your own blast radius. So, kind of dangerous. Was this dude shooting? He was sleeping. Ah. Sleepy. Alright. What more do we have in here? Nothing. You can touch those walls without problems, but there are levels where the walls are electrified and actually hurt you. And that's one of those psychological things, really. You never really touch walls anyway, but as soon as you are told that if you touch it, you will die, then all of a sudden it becomes really dangerous. It feels really dangerous. We don't really need any of these apart from the iron repeater, which would be nice. Let's see what level, if we are far enough to have the boss level already. Question mark is probably the boss level right now, so we're not going to take that one. I don't know if we want to buy a warranty that's early. You can buy several during the course of the game. As you maybe were seeing when I showed you my high score, I basically used 4 lives, I think? 3 lives? I had 4 in total. That definitely wasn't a good game in that sense, but I played it to get maximum score. And score you get by serial killing the enemies, like in quick succession. And that means you have to risk a little bit more. So let's try this little boss level here. Here we have a head station. We still don't need a head station. And we still have shit weapons. So maybe this mini-boss will be a bit of a pain in the butt. Let's send a plasma cannon there. And maybe that. Nope. Oh, he's sitting up here. Boom. Ha, gotcha. And all these factories are dead. There's someone sleeping over there. Nope, dodge those. Right, very good. All the money, give me the money. Oh, what is this? Face cannon? Primary weapon? Are these bouncy? I don't know. Is this better? Probably is better. I mean, it can't be much worse. So let's try this one out. The fire rate isn't that amazing, but it seems to have good range. And that's what I really like to see. Oh, 80! Okay, that's definitely a lot better. Because our normal shot take 40, I think, or 20 damage. So, oh yes. Oh, it ricochets as soon as you hit someone. That is a nice feature. I never really tried this weapon. Oh, there's the boss. And bosses tend to have a little bit of armor too. This one is really not dangerous, it seems, because I can just shoot down his shots. And I have a much higher rate of fire. Ballistic missile. That is a good low-level, but very slow, accelerating area of effect weapon. So, yep, let's try this one too. Ooh, that was a lot of factories. I was almost running into blind. Up, now, die! No, we missed. Die! Boom! 70. Okay, I mean 70 as an area of effect definitely isn't too shabby. There was a barrier here, so we needed to actually kill the mini-boss in order to pass. And finally we have another special offer station where we can buy upgrades. We want attack power, a cash magnet, and an enemy scanner. And we save up for a little bit different things after that. So, oh, this is the main boss level. So this one won't be a main boss level, and this one is the night level. But now we have the enemy scanner, so go in there. And let's see. Yes, okay, it was indeed a night level. But now enemies which are outside of my field of vision are marked with question marks. I hope. That should have worked. Yes, you can see those. And our ballistic missiles should do a little bit of damage through terrain. Yeah, we're slaughtering those guys. There's someone here. Oh, I'm a terrible shot today. We do have a cash magnet too, which means that wherever there is money on... Whoa, no, dodge. Money on the screen, we will grab it, like this. It's not much money there, but that is handy when enemies are dying outside of your vision range, then or inside some kind of blocks of material there, then you can still grab their money. And money grabbing is the best, especially if it is free money. Alright, let's continue on here. That seems to be everything already. We still have... Yeah, there's no separate part to this level, it seems. Does it continue here? Does it have several rooms? Nope. And boss level there. And there's nothing else. So now we are forced to do the boss level after finishing the first part here. And The damage system in this game is based on a basic shot damage, and then enemies have an armor rating, which just flat out reduces damage. So some of the enemies, especially the final bosses, they do have pretty high armor ratings. So you want to have invested in attack power and probably have some higher damage weapons too. We don't really want to buy a shield because we haven't lost any health yet. So if we can time that before we buy some shields, that would be great. We have enough to buy some rate of fire, and we have a pretty high damage weapon, so I don't think we need attack power right now, but rather a bit of rate of fire. 500 left, it's all good. Let's slay the boss. Cool, we still have our little beanie on top. We still haven't been hit, and these ballistic missiles should help out in defeat. Oh shit, he's already coming. We've already hit the boss, and there are plenty of troops flying. Ooh, shit. There he is. That's not good. Because we are really slow. He's borrowing there, but soon we have him. That's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Alright, is there some shit coming out of him? Some worms? Nope. Submachine gun? I don't think I like that. It's kind of funny, but very short range, as you see. Let's try it out on some Oh! Enemy! Enemy! You can see that's not really that easy. Okay, that's basically a close combat weapon. Where's our weapon? Here it is. Let's take that one. I like that one better. Higher damage, single shot sniping action. Yes. Alright. Very tough situation we encountered the boss in, but looping around our starting location definitely helped a little to get back on equal footing. And now, let's see what this station has to sell. Warranty. Not really anything I want. The rivet gun is basically the most sniper kind of weapon in the game. Very slow firing, high damage, and big armor penetration and stuff. But warranty, we still don't need it. I mean, we haven't even been hit. Why would we need it? Boss levels usually have 2 upgrade stations, at least at the start. Targeting laser, I really like that upgrade. It's very noob friendly, and because I'm a complete noob, let's buy this. Yes, and now there's only one exit, and that leads to the next chapter.